morning, dear students. Today we are going to start the chapter statics, that is chapter number 14th of your book. So first starting with the introduction of the chapter. So you can see here in the class 9th you have studied about, in the class 9th you have studied about classification of the given data in the ungrouped as well as the group frequency distribution. Now you have also learned to represent the data pictorially in a form of various graphs, like we have done the histogram, we have done the frequency polygon. In fact, when you step further by studying a certain numerical representative or the ungrouped data, also called the measure of the central tendency, namely mean, mode, median. So in this chapter we shall extend the study of these three measures, that is mean, mode, median, by the ungrouped data to that of the group data. We shall also be discuss the concept of cumulative frequency, that is in the coming videos I'll tell you. So first starting with the mean of the data. So basically you know about the mean, mode and median. Now we are just going to extend the same topic here. So just looking here what we have here with us. Yes, now the mean of the group data. So looking here carefully, so the mean or the average of the observation, mean means the average of the observation, as we know, is the sum of the values of all the observation divided by the total number of observations. From class 9th, recall that if we have the observations like x1, x2, x3 and x4 and so on up to xn, then and the number of respective frequencies are f1, f2 and so on up to fn, we say, then we have here, so it means that observation xi and fi, or like x1 f1 times, x2 is occurring f2 times, so x1 is occurring f1 times, x2 is occurring f2 times and so on. So if we just do one thing, we just multiply them, that is f1 with x1, f2 with x2, f3 with x3 and so on, and the last value fn with xn, and the number of observations are here f1 plus f2 and so on up to plus fn. So it means here the mean, which is represented by x bar, is equals to f1 x1 plus f2 x2 plus f3 x3 and so on, the last value is fn xn, divided by f1 plus f2 and so on up to fn. So this we have already done. Yes, when the frequency of different given observations are different, so in that case we use this formula. Okay, so there is a term we use is called this term. This means the Greek letter we use here, that is called the sigma. So sigma means here the sum. Sigma means the sum. So here it will become, if you see here, now we have here x bar. X bar means here, so x bar means here the mean. So this is equals to sigma, here I am written n, here it is written I is equals to 1 to n, and fi xi over sigma fi. So fi, in place of I we used to write like how many observations are there, whether we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. So likewise we have in place of I we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So n means here how many terms are there, so it may be 10 terms, it may be 15 terms, likewise. So this is the formula. So that is x bar is equals to sigma fi xi over sigma fi. Now looking at the example, so if we see in the example number 1, the marks obtained by 30 students, the marks obtained by 30 students of a class 10th of a certain school in the mathematics paper consisting of 100 marks per are presented in the table below. So find the mean of the marks obtained by the students. So we have to find the mean here. So in the table it is given here, marks obtained are 10, and how many students obtained 10 marks? 1. So marks obtained 20, by how many? 1. Marks obtained 36, by how many students? 3. Marks obtained 40, by how many students? 4. Marks obtained 56, how many students? By 2. So likewise we have for all the values here. Yes, now what we have to find here, we have to find the mean. So how to find the mean here? So looking here carefully, we are using what we have just done the formula. So looking here carefully, we have here marks obtained are 10, by how many students? 1. So multiply, we'll get here fi xi. So here the marks obtained are represented by xi and the number of students are represented by fi. So the product will be fi xi. So now 10 into 1 is 10, then 20 into 1 is 20, then 36 into 8, so 36 into 3 is equals to 108, 40 into 4 is equals to 106, 50 into 3 is equals to 150, 56 into 2 is equals to 112, then 60 into 4 is equals to 240, 70 into 8 is equals to 70 into 4 is equals to 280, 72 into 1 is equals to 72, 80 into 1 is equals to 80, 88 into 2 is equals to 176, likewise 92 into 3 is equals to 276, and 95 is equals into 1 is equals to 95. Now if we see here, so we can see here now the sigma fi. So sigma fi means here the sum of all the frequencies, which is equals to 30. Sigma fi xi means sum of all these products, sum of all these products, so which is equals to 1179. Now how to find this, so looking here, so now the formula is, as we know, that x bar is equals to, so the formula is this, x bar is equals to sigma fi xi over sigma fi. Now putting the values, on putting these values and dividing by 30, we are getting the answer as 59.3. so 59.3 is the mean obtained here. So in most of our real life situation, data is usually so large that to make a meaningful studies need to be considered as a group data. So we need to convert given ungrouped data into the group data and devise some methods to find the mean. Okay, so if we have large number of data, so if you going to use this method, is going to be very lengthy. In order to make it easy and short, we used to convert these ungrouped data into the group data, okay. So how? So looking here, so in this table is given here, as you can see in the table. So it is given here, class intervals are given from 10 to 25, 25 to 40, 40 to 55, 55 to 70, 70 to 85, 85 to 100. Along with this, the number of students are given for per interval, like 2, 3, 7, 6, 6 and 6. Now from each class intervals, we required a point which would serve as a representative of a whole class. So it is assumed that the frequency of each class intervals is central around its midpoint. So we are assuming that it's somewhere around its midpoint. So the midpoint is the class mark. And how to find the class mark? Class mark means upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. So in this way, what we are going to do, we are just finding the class mark. Just looking here, the first interval is here 10 to 25. So what we are going to do here, we are just finding its class mark. So its class mark will be lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So this is 17.5, which is the class mark. So now what to do about this, how to solve these questions? So looking here now, so in order to make it easy calculation wise, so looking here carefully, so the first interval is 10 to 25. So and the frequency is here 2. So we'll find the class mark. Class mark means again the sum of the lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2, which is 17.5. Likewise for each intervals, we'll find this respective class mark. The sum of lower limit upper limit divided by 2, the sum of lower and upper limit divided by 2. So likewise we are getting these class marks. Okay, so these class marks, now what we have done, we have converted these ones into the class mark. So this is our xi. Now we have this xi, so xi has to be multiplied with the fi. So we have a column of fi xi. So multiplying this, 2 by 17.5 will get 35, 3 by 32.5 will get 97.5, 7 by 47.5 332.5, likewise 6 into 62.5, 6 into 77.5 and 6 into 92.5. So if we see here, what we are getting now, we are getting the sum, that is sigma fi is equals to 30 and the sigma fi xi is equals to is equals to how much? Yes, 1860. So now the formula we all know, that is x bar is equals to sigma xi over fi. So using this formula, putting the value, we are getting our answer. So this is our answer. So in this way we can find the mean. So this method is known as the direct method. So this method is known as the direct method. So we can see here, so this new method of finding the mean is known as the direct method. So what we have observed here, that in this way we can calculate the mean. Yes, and so this is one of the easiest way of finding the mean. So instead of writing all these values so many times like in the ungrouped data form, so it's converting into the group data in order to make it very, very easy. Now moving forward, now looking at this table carefully, the same we have here. Now what we have done here, class interval, we have the number of students are same. Now class mark we have already know how to find. Now what we are doing here, we are just assuming mean here. We are using a method known as the assuming mean method. So what we are doing here, looking at carefully from the class mark, so these are 1 2 3 4 5 6. So assuming the middle value here, so exactly we don't have, so either we can take 47.5 or 62.5. So we are taking here 47.5. Now after this, what we are doing here, we are subtracting this 47.5 from each of these class mark. So 17.5 17.5 minus 47.5 is equals to minus 30. 32.5 minus 47.5 is equals to minus 15. 47.5 minus 47.5 0. 62.5 minus 47.5 15. 77.5 minus 47.5 30. 92.5 minus 47.5 45. So now we have assumed this 47.5 and we have subtracted this all from the class mark. So this is represented by di is equals to xi minus 47.5. Now since we have converted the class intervals into the xi, now the xi into di, so what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to multiply this di with the fi. So we always multiply frequency with the class intervals. Okay, so since we have converted them into di form, so we multiply by di. So we have here, so what we have here, just looking here, so now we'll multiply this 30 by 2, 30 by 2 or 2 by minus 30, so this will be minus 60. 3 into minus 15, this will be minus 45. 7 into 0 will be 0. Then 6 into 15 will be 90. 6 into 30 will be 180 and 6 into 45 will be 270. So now what we have to do, we'll just add all these. So here we'll get here sigma fi di, that is 435, and the sigma fi is equals to 30. So now looking at this carefully, now since we have subtracted 47.5 from all the values, it means we are supposed to add this with the answer also. So first we are finding the mean of, in order to get the mean of xi, we need to add a to the di. So di means here sigma fi di over sigma fi. So looking at the formula, so formula will be like this, that is x bar is equals to x plus sigma fi di over sigma fi. So what we have done here, we have just added this a with the average, with the mean of the di fi, what we have find here. So this why we have done, is very simple, because since we have subtracted this a from all the values, so we have to add it at the end. As we all know the property, if we add same number with the observation, it means we'll get the added frequency of or we'll add the mean with the same number. So if we divide all the numbers by the same number, it means the mean has also been divided by the same number. In the same case of multiplication, same case of subtraction. So now looking here, so what we have now, okay, so this is clear. that now x bar is equals to 47.5, which is a, and this is fi di over fi sigma fi di over sigma fi, so this value is equals to 62. Now, so this method is known as assume mean method. This method is known as assume mean method. Now then one more method we have in order to make our calculations easy. So what we used to do, we just continue the same thing. If you see here, we are nothing doing extra, we are just making it more simple. How? Look here. So as we know that this step, this is given, this is also given. Now first we have converted into xi, then we have converted into di. Now what we are doing here, we can see here that the difference between all these terms, is 15 here. So this common difference is 15 here, or what we can see here that the class size means upper limit minus lower limit, that is 25 minus 10, which is 15, 40 minus 25, 15. So we'll divide this value di by h means here the class size, and these values name given as ui. So we have ui is equals to xi minus a over h. Now since we have converted this xi into di into ui, so it means fi has to be multiplied with the ui. So now new column we have that is fi ui. So what we are doing here, we are just multiplying this ui and getting this result. So fi ui, that is fi ui. So it means 2 into minus 3 is minus 4, 3 into minus 1 is minus 3, 7 into 0 is 7, 6 into 1 is 6, 6 into 2 is 12, 6 into 3 is 18. Now we are adding these, so sigma fi ui is equals to 29. So what we have done here, we have done two things. First we have subtracted this a from all the values here, and then second we have divided the values by h also. So it means what we are supposed to do, we have to simply it means what we have subtracted we have to add, but we from which number we have to divide it, it means we have to multiply. So look here, so the formula becomes x bar is equals to a plus h into sigma fi ui over sigma fi. So since we have subtracted a from each term, so we have to add a with the mean. So since we have divided each by h, so we have to multiply by h. So this is the formula. So putting the values here, 47.5 plus 15 into 29 over 30 again. So you can see by using all the three methods, this is known as a step deviation method. So by using all the three methods, we are getting the same result. So this method is known as step deviation method. So these methods basically we use in order to make our calculations easy. So these are the three methods by using which we have to find the mean. So looking at one example where we are using all the three values, you can just easily see here, and we can check our answer also. So look here, so it is given that the percentage of the female teachers, so it is given 15 to 25, 25 to 35, so on up to 75 to 85. Then the number of the states or the union territories, fi is given here 6, 11 and so on. Now the first thing what we are doing, we are just converting into xi. Now so according to the first method, that is direct method, we have fi xi. So what we are doing here, we are multiplying this fi with the xi, then we are getting fi xi. Then second is we have to find d. How to find d? We'll take assume value from the xi. Suppose it is taken as 50 here, so we'll subtract this 50 from each term. 20 minus 50 is minus 30, 30 minus 15 minus 20, then 40 minus 50 is minus 10, 50 minus 50 is 0 likewise. Then ui also, ui means now what we are doing, we are dividing this di by h. H is the class size, so here the class size is 10. So 30 upon 10 minus 3, minus 20 upon 10 minus 2, minus 10 upon 10 minus 1 and likewise. So now after this what we have to do, we'll find the fi xi column, fi di column and fi ui column. So fi xi means here the product of fi into xi, and fi di means the product of fi into di, and fi ui means the product of fi and ui likewise. Now then we have written the sum of each. So looking at sum of each, we have written So sum of all these are, one is coming 1390 minus 360 and minus 36. Now if you use the formula, the first formula is the direct method. So in the direct method, x bar is equals to sigma fi xi over sigma fi, which is equals to 1390 upon 35, that is 39.71. So using the assume mean method. Now after this, if we see here, our answer is coming 39.71. now moving forward, next is we have here assume mean method. So formula is x bar is equals to a plus sigma fi di over sigma fi, which is equals to 50 plus minus 360 over 35. So our result will be 39.71. again we can see the result is same. So here the calculations are a bit easy. In the same way, step deviation method, so we have done a plus sigma fi ui over sigma fi into h. Putting the values here, again we are getting the same result. Here the calculations are more easy. So it means in the same way we can easily find. So we have learned all the three methods of finding the mean, that is direct method, assume mean method and step deviation method. So on the basis of this only we have the first exercise. Yes, so you have to try the questions. If you find any problem, you are most welcome to ask. Okay, now so let us try to solve the exercise. Let us start the exercise 14.1 of chapter number 14, that is statistics. So question number 1, it is given a survey was conducted by a group of students as a part of their environment awareness program, in which they collected the following data regarding the number of plants in the 20 houses of the locality. Find the mean of the plants per house. So number of plants 0 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to 14, and the number of houses 1, 2, 1, 5, 6, 2, 3 respectively. So what we have to find? We have to find the mean. Now which method we use to find the mean and why? So to find the class mark xi for each of the things, as we know how to find the class mark, so we'll just add the upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. So we'll just add upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. So what we are getting here, so we can see here, now we have so these values are given to us, these frequencies given to us, so we have converted this into the class marks. So this is 0 plus 2 upon 2 is 1, 2 plus 4, that is 6 upon 2 is equals to 3. So likewise we have find this. Now in the next part what we'll do, we'll find fi xi. So how to find the fi xi? So it's very simple. We multiply the frequency with the xi. So we are just multiplying all these frequencies here with all these frequencies here. So this is a product. 1 into 1 is equals to 1, 2 into 3 is equals to 6, and then 1 into 5 is equals to 5, and likewise. So you can easily see here. So now what we have here, the sum is coming equals to, so we can see here that sum is coming equals to 162. So we have sigma fi is 20, the sum of all the frequencies 20, then sigma fi xi is 162. So mean is x bar, that is sigma fi xi over sigma fi. So on solving this, we'll get the result as 8.1. So therefore mean number of plants per house is 8.1. So a direct method has been used as the values of the class marks, that is xi and fi are small. So this is the reason. Question number 2. In the question number 2, it is given, consider the following distribution of the daily wages of 50 workers of a factory. So it is given daily wages 100 to 120, 120 to 140, 140 to 160, and likewise. So and its respective number of workers are given 12, 14, 8, 6 and 10. So now what we are doing, first we are converting this given, so these are the given values in the question. So we are converting this group data into the form of xi, that is here class marks. So this is 110. So sum of lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2 using this formula. So just we are converting, we are getting 110, 130, 150 and 170, 190. Now after this we are taking 150 as a, because we are using the mean method here. So we have to subtract this 150 from 110, 130, 150, 170, 190. So now so 110 minus 150 minus 40, then minus 20, then 0, 20, 40. Now this will be our di. Then we are finding here ui. Ui means here dividing all these values by the class size. Class size means here the upper limit minus lower limit, that is 120 minus 100 is equals to 20. So dividing this, the result will be minus 40 upon 2 minus 2 minus 20 upon 20 minus 1, and likewise. So then we are finding the product of fi ui. So fi ui is here, minus 24, minus 14, and so on. So then we'll use the formula. So formula we are using here is, so that formula what we are using here, yes, so our formula is this. So now, so this is the formula, that is sigma fi we know, sigma fi ui we know, a is known to us, and h we also know. So putting the values in, mean is equals to a plus sigma fi ui over sigma fi into h. So putting here we'll get our result. So result is 145.20 is our answer. Now the question number next, that is the question number 3. In the question number 3, so looking here, so here this is a very good and important question. If you can see here carefully, so we have to find the missing frequency in this question, and the mean is also given 18. So the following distribution shows the daily pocket allowances of a children of the locality. The mean pocket allowance is rupees 18. Find the missing frequency f. So daily pocket allowance is given 11 here, 11 to 13, 13 to 15, 15 to 17, 17 to 19, and likewise. So 11 to 13 is given to number of workers are 7, 6, 9, 13, and this is f, 5 and 4. So we have to find this value of this f. So how to find the value of the f? So we are using the simple method, that is, first we are writing the given class intervals, then the frequencies, and then we are writing the class mark. So class mark we know, that is the sum of the lower plus upper limit divided by 2. This formula we are using. Then we are finding the di. Di means taking here the 18 as a. So di will be xi minus 18. So 12 minus 18 minus 6, 14 minus 18 minus 4, and likewise. Then we have the next is fi di. Now here fi di means multiplying this di with the frequency. So we are just multiplying this. So look here, we are getting here 7 into minus 6 minus 42, 6 into minus 4 minus 24, 9 into minus 2 minus 18, then 13 into 0, 0, then f into 2 is equals to 2f, and likewise. So after this what we have to do, we'll just use the formula. The formula is sigma a plus sigma fi di over sigma fi, which is equals to the mean, and mean is given equals to 18. So we have here 18 is equals to, now a is taken as 18, so we have here 18 is equals to 18 plus twice of f minus 40 over 44 plus f. So because here the sigma fi is 44 plus f, and this is our sigma fi di, which is 2f minus 40, putting the values here. So now 18 will transfer to the other side, so 18 minus 18 will be 0. So on solving this we'll get 2f minus 40 is equals to 0, that is f is equals to 20. So means we are using the same method. So by using the easiest method we can easily find these values. Yes. Now in the question number 4, so question number 4 is again the things what we have to find. We have to find the mean here. So everything is given to us, so we are going to use any of the method which you would like to use. So here they have given they have used the step deviation method. So by the step deviation method they have find the value, so this you can easily solve. Okay. Now so next we have with us is question number okay, so that was our question number. Now question number 5. So in the question number 5, just see here, so in a retail market, fruit vendors were selling mangoes kept in packing boxes. These boxes containing varying numbers of mangoes, and likewise. So number of mangoes 50 to 52, number of boxes 15, then 53 to 55, 110, 56 to 58, 135, and likewise this table is given. So what we have to find? We have to find the mean number of mangoes kept in the packing box. So number of mangoes are given here, number of boxes are given here. So we are using the step deviation method. We can use the direct method also. You can also use the assuming method. So looking here, so this is given to us, this is given to us. So we have converted, we have find this xi how? This adding these two, upper limit or lower limit divided by 2 using this formula. So we are getting here 51, 54, 57, 60, 63. Then we are finding di. Di means here xi minus 57 is taken as a, so this values we are getting here. Then ui, how to find the ui? So that means that has we are dividing this by 3 because here the class size is 3. Then we are finding the column fiui. So after finding all these things, so just we are using the formula, that is we know that sigma fi is here 400 and sigma fiui is equals to 25 sorry, then a is equal h is equals to 3. So putting the values here, we'll get our answer, that is 57.19. so in this way we can easily find this. Okay, now question number 6. So what we have to find, the table shows the daily expenses of the food and this all. So we have to find the mean. So mean means by using the suitable method. So whichever method you find easy, you can use that method. You can easily use that method. Okay, so here they have used the method of the again the step deviation method. So now in the question number 7, just see here. So this you can do. In the question number 7, to find out the concentration of the SO2 in the air, the parts per million, that is ppm. The data was collected for 30 localities. So looking here, so this is the given data and this is the frequencies. So in how many localities, how much concentration of SO2 is given here according to this observation. So what we have to find, we have to find the mean. So how to find the mean? Just looking here. So using the same table again, we are using the same method. So now we have here the given values, we have here the given frequencies. Now converting, we are finding the xi we know how to find, adding all these two values, lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. So this method we are using. Then after this we are finding the di means how to find the di. We have taken this 0.14 as a, then subtracting this from all these values, from this value, this value, this value, likewise. So this is the result what we are getting here. Then ui will be means, now the difference here is of how much, that is 0.04. so just subtracting this from 0.04, so the result will be minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. The next step is we have to multiply the frequency with the ui. So this is the result, fiui is equals to like 4 into minus 3 is minus 12, 9 into minus 2 is minus 18, then 9 into minus 1 is minus 9, then 2 into 0 is 0 and likewise. So then we know here sigma fi, that is total frequency, is 30 given here. Then fiui is minus 31 and a is taken as 0.14 and h is 0.04. So putting the values in this formula, that is x bar is equals to a plus sigma fiui or sigma fi. So the result is equals to 0.099 ppm. So this is our answer. This is our answer. So looking at these things are very easy. So you have to take care of the calculations. Okay, otherwise these things are very easy. In the question number 8 also you can see a class teacher has the following absentees record of 40 students. So a record is given here. So number of days 0 to 6, number of students absent 11, then 6 to 10 absentees are 10, 10 to 14, 7, likewise. So it is given like this. Now we have to find the mean of the number of the days the students were absent. So again using the same method, these values are given to us. So we have find the class mark here, then we have find the di and then fi di. So any of the method you can use here which you find easy for yourself, right? So just they have used this method. So then after finding the fi di, the sum of fi di is here minus 181 and fi is here 40 and the 17 is taken as here a. So putting the values here, x bar is equals to a plus sigma fid over sigma fi. So this is our result. Result is 12.48 days for which the student was absent. So in the question number 9, what they have given to us, they are asking about the following table gives the literacy rate in percentage of 35 cities. Find the mean literacy rate. So we have to find the mean literacy rate. So using this, okay, fine. So again we are using the same method. So this you can easily do by yourself. If in case you find any problem, you are most welcome to ask. You please try these questions. Okay, so thank you very much. So any of the method you can use, just take care of the calculation part. Okay, take care of the calculation part. Otherwise these things are very easy. and if you are using any of the method, either we use the direct method or the step deviation method or the assume mean method, so we'll get the same value. Okay, so thank you very much.